I'm 45, and here are nutrition cheat codes I wish I knew at 25, starting with number 1, stop drinking alcohol. It's empty calories, it's bad for your health, it increases your stress and anxiety. There is almost zero benefit to drinking alcohol, and when it comes to getting lean, getting energetic, and getting healthy, your body actually prioritizes burning it off first because it sees it as a toxin before burning off anything else. One of the best cheat codes to getting lean, energetic, and healthy, and also even improving recovery and sleep, is to stop drinking alcohol, or at the very least, severely limit it in your life. Next, stop eating at least 3 to 5 hours before going to sleep. When you eat right before bed, it actually increases your chances of waking up by 44%. And it's not just about getting quality of sleep. You want to give your body time to rest and digest. And you don't want to go to sleep having to digest food. Waiting 3 to 5 hours before going to sleep improves your quality of sleep, but also aids in proper digestion. And quite frankly, one of the best feelings when you wake up is knowing that you didn't stuff your face the night before. Number 3, adopt the Japanese 80% rule, which is hara hachi bun. This is a Japanese principle meaning to eat until you're 80% full. It emphasizes mindful eating, portion control, and stopping short of fullness to support better digestion, weight management, and also longevity. This is also a practice that's common in Okinawa, one of the world's longest living regions. Number 4, to gain control of your nutrition, focus on frequency and timing. Ask yourself, how many meals a day does it take for me to sustain my energy and also feel full from each and every meal? And we also want to work on a meal schedule that actually works for you. This means putting your body on a regular schedule of eating, and this is going to help train and automate your hunger. And if you want to find the best timing and frequency for your body when it comes to eating, I did a video right here that teaches you exactly how to do it. Number 5, drink your food. Here's what I mean. We want to eat slowly and chew our food so much that it actually becomes liquid. And this is low-key one of the most underrated tips on the planet. Eating slowly helps you aid in digestion, which also helps your fullness signals reach your brain. This reduces overeating. And also, depending on the texture of your food, you want to be aiming for at least like 20 to 40 chews. So, put the phone away and focus on biting, which leads me to the next point. Number 6, avoid drinking water with a meal because it may make you eat faster. So many times when we drink water with meals, it's actually because we haven't chewed enough. And something I've realized with myself and also with a couple clients is that water can actually increase the speed of eating. And think about it. You eat 5 chews, you're tired of biting, so you just use water to chug the rest. Drink a glass of water before and after your meals to feel fuller and more satisfied. Drinking water before and after a meal can help you stretch the stomach, which sends signals to increase fullness and also help you prevent overeating. Also, I just want to add in there that the whole drinking water will disrupt your digestion has been debunked several times. Many studies show that it does not dilute enzymes or interfere with nutrient absorption. So if you want to feel fuller and more satisfied from your meals, drink water before and after. Number 8, think of dieting as a ratio instead of an event. And I find with myself and my clients that a good ratio to get to is around 80 to 90% of your calories coming from whole, single ingredient, unprocessed sources, and 20% from whatever the you want. And I have to tell you, like, one of my biggest weaknesses when I was trying to get lean was having this like all or nothing mentality when it came to my diet. I was either on the diet or off the diet. And something I realized later on in my journey is that you actually don't have to be perfect when it comes to the way that you eat. In fact, the word diet comes from the word dieta, which means a way of life. And personally, I still see the benefit of eating things in moderation that aren't necessarily healthy as a part of healthy living. And when I adopted this idea of a ratio, it really opened up things for me, allowing me to understand that the vast majority of my calories should come from whole, single ingredient, nutrient-dense sources, yes, but also I could have a little fun along the way. So when I have events like my wife's birthday, which is coming up in a week, happy birthday, Linda, I will make sure that I'm having the cake. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it afterwards because it's part of my 20%. Number 9, if you need to lower your LDL cholesterol, but you really don't like the idea of taking medications or statins, take Psyllium Husk. It's been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol by up to 25%. Number 10, before a meal, try taking 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. This has actually been shown to help lower the post-blood sugar by slowing down gastric emptying. And it also has been shown to maybe improve insulin sensitivity, although these effects will vary on the individual. Something I realized about this particular cheat code is the fact that it may work for some, it may not work for others. This is one of these things that you must test yourself. Number 11, after eating a meal, use the 20-minute rule. So let's just say you're done eating a meal. You want to wait at least 20 minutes before deciding to eat something else. I know, it sounds weird. You just ate a meal, so why would you want to eat something else? Well, guess what? Some people still feel a little hungry after they're done their meal. And also, it takes about 20 minutes for your satiety hormones like leptin to reach the brain, signaling fullness. So when you eat slowly and you take this 20-minute pause after a meal, it's going to help you reduce overeating by letting these signals catch up. So just make sure within these 20 minutes that you are keeping yourself busy, because idle hands are the devil's playground, especially when it comes to food. Number 12, if you want to amplify your fullness before a meal, drink a protein shake. This can help you decrease hunger, increase your feelings of fullness, and actually help you prevent overeating, all while boosting overall protein intake for satiety and muscle support. One thing we did with a client who found that his hunger was out of control and also he wasn't being able to even hit his protein numbers in the first place was having him do this, which was drinking a protein shake right before his meal. And it was basically like killing two birds with one stone. Number one is when he drank his protein shake before his meals, he didn't feel like he needed to eat right afterwards, which he usually did. And when he was drinking that shake, he was adding about 24 to 48 grams of protein per serving, and this was helping him hit his overall protein intake. It's basically doing two things at once, which is why I love this cheat code so much. Number 13. Now you might be doing this while you're watching this video right now, but I still have to say, please stop distracting yourself when you're eating. Stop eating in your car. Stop eating with a phone in your face. Stop eating in front of a TV. Avoid forms of distracted eating because this is going to increase your mindfulness and also your feelings of fullness. When you eat distracted, it makes you ignore your signals for satiety and digestion. It also gives your brain two pleasure signals, which means you get twice the dopamine release from one meal. So if you want to feel more satisfied from your meals, stop distracting yourself and focus on eating. And by the way, this is something I'm guilty of from time to time, so don't feel too bad about it. 14. When it comes to fat loss, is always a good sign when you are going to bed just a little hungry. When you go to bed hungry, it actually serves as a signal that your body has had fewer calories. And a lot of times people don't want to feel hungry, especially when they're losing fat, but I have to tell them that this is a part of the game and it's not something that stays there for the rest of the time, but something that you have to deal with in the short term. And sometimes it's about being friends with your hunger and understanding it passes rather than just eating every single time that it pops up. Number 15. Keep raw veggies around you just in case you need to snack. And this is actually one of the greatest hunger tests on the planet. If you do feel like you're hungry, would you eat raw veggies? And if you are hungry, well, voila, you have a plate of raw veggies standing in front of you at the table. I actually have a friend who's in the fitness industry. His name is John, and he has a proclivity to eating chips. And while most of his family is obviously not on this fitness journey like he is, he had to make a little switch. Instead of keeping all these snacks and all these chips all lying around the house in his environment, in his eyesight, he had to actually hide it all. And he replaced it with raw veggies, things like celery, carrots, even cauliflower. When he had these things in his environment, he actually found that he was more prone to reach for those things as opposed to the things he couldn't see. Number 16, drink sparkling water throughout the day. Now, there's something about carbonation that actually helps you fill up just a little bit more. Maybe it's the bubbles, I don't know. But also, because you're drinking water, it's going to hydrate you at the same time. So both of these things done in conjunction together can actually help you reduce hunger and cravings. Number 17 is a low-key one, which is to use smaller plates when eating meals. So people who eat from smaller dishes have reported greater satiety as a result of lowering calorie intake. And something I realized is that our eyes are a doorway to our hunger. The more that we feel like we're not getting enough from our meals, the more hungrier we're going to feel, even though we may have had the right portion. And when I started to eat my meals from smaller plates, I realized I was slightly more satisfied than usual. This is actually a more visual cheat code, so try it on yourself, see how it works. Number 18 is one that a lot of restaurants and chefs don't want you to know about, which is to eat from blue plates. I know, it sounds weird, but this has actually been shown to reduce calorie intake because blue is rare in natural foods. This can potentially trigger the subconscious association with spoilage or toxicity, which will decrease your appetite and serve as a subtle appetite suppressant. Now, this next one is a little Chinese secret, And you can actually see a lot of Asian countries that have the lowest obesity rates do this, which is drinking a soup broth with your meals. When you do this, it actually helps you decrease overall calorie intake because of the high water content, and also adds some volume, promoting fullness because of the nutrient density. Studies actually show that it leads to 20% less calories consumed when drank before a meal. This is especially true when the soup is low in calories and high in fiber, like a vegetable broth. And the final one is for right after your meal. Please do not sit down, do not lie on your couch. Do at least 10 to 15 minutes of walking or 10 body weight squats. These have both been shown to improve blood sugar control and also help nutrients get to your muscles, as these activities boost insulin sensitivity, they stimulate digestion, and also enhance dietary amino acid utilization and muscle protein synthesis. Try saying that 3 times fast. And also, the best way to do this is with your family. It turns into this ritual that you would do after a meal, which also increases your family bonding time. Win-win. All right, that's the end of the list, but I am going to leave you with the ultimate cheat code of all time. It's not about what you do, it's about who you become. So when we think about these cheat codes, we want to look at them as behaviors that we're integrating into this new upgraded version that we are becoming. The point of this list is not for you to just adopt everything and overwhelm yourself. Choose 1 to 2 things that you can integrate into your life that you feel will help you eat fewer calories, feel fuller, improve digestion, and also improve energy. Commit to doing them for at least 21 days straight, because consistency is the most important factor when adding these new habits and behaviors to your lives. So, experiment on your own and see what works for you. And if it doesn't work, just discard it. And by the way, I created a free guide on the exact protocol we use to help our clients get lean, energetic, and metabolically healthy. Leave a comment with the word healthy and I'll send it to you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.